to ranks play, there has been a lot of weapons that I have seen in it used not just by people that play ranks, but by the pros themselves, that have been used in tournaments since Modern Warfare 2, the remaster technically, has came out. So let's jump right into it as I get the classes made for you. Okay, so first we're going to start off with the TAC 56 assault rifle class. This is probably going to be one of the best classes out there, apart from the SMG class, mainly just because it's heavy hitting gun and you can still run around while. So if you want to play aggressive with it, you can, but you can also play like slow with it if you want to as well, because obviously it's an assault rifle. So for the class itself, no attachments. You've got the gun, you have the X12 pistol, which it can vary. You have the X12 pistol as a backup weapon, or you can have the knife, which makes you run faster. So yeah, there's a flashbang as your tactical and a lethal as a frag grenade. You can have a Semtex. Me personally, I prefer frags because obviously you can throw them fire, you can cook them, so you can fuck people over. The perks class that I run and use is double time, bomb squad, and fast hands. Battle hardened's another one, but it just depends. Believe me when I say bomb squad's the best one, but depending on the map, you might want to choose battle hardened just in case, because you know people like the flashbangs nowadays. Field upgrade is a max between dead silence and trophy. You can just fight first. It depends on what you want. Usually with the assault rifle class, you should probably want to play a trophy, as you're mainly going to be the guy that sits back. Now let's get right on to the attachments for the TAC 50. Starting off with the barrel, we have the 17.5 Tundra Pro barrel. This will give you damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bullet velocity, which just means your gun will be good, really. That's all I can say about it. Although the barrel helps a lot, means you can shoot a lot more and your damage still stays there, which is actually kind of a key thing for when I play assault rifles. For the underbarrel, you want to use the XTEN Gravedigger. This gives you aim stability, hip fire, and recoil stabilization, which is obviously good because this gun kicks little. If you're really good with the sticks off your mouse and keyboard, no matter how you look at it, this gun will have a little bit of recoil, not a lot, but it's still enough recoil that will fuck you over, to put it simply. Now with the ammunition for the gun, it depends, but I want to use it because there's a lot. It gives you a bit more, like for example, it gives you more bullet velocity, which means your damage stays there when it goes foul, which obviously the 5.556 high velocity rounds. I was called. Anyway, going on to the rig grip, one of the demo clean sheet shot grip, sprint to fire speed and ADS speed, which is just helpful really when you're in battles. That's if you still want to play again close, or you want to still play a bit far but still want to get involved with the game. Moving on to the stock, TV Cardinal stock is a good one because it gives you the walking speed and it also gives you sprint speed, which is actually kind of a key thing if you want to play aggressive. Although if you want to play a bit more back, you can get crouch movement speed, sprint speed, ADS speed on the TV X-Line Pro. These are the two stocks that I would recommend, but those two stocks just depends on the type of player you are. If you are the type of player that you want to rush in still with an assault rifle, use the Cardinal stock. But if you're one that says, so once you use an assault rifle, you want to sit back a little bit, let your team with the SMGs rush in first, use the X-Line Pro. It's just easier for you, to put it simply. But that's the TAC 50. If you want the setup on the X12, it's more personal, but as the X12 considers of being like one of the most fastest ADS pistols, and also it's the only pistol you can have. The best attachments that I found is the Ray Grip CRONEN L Lima 6, which gives you pistol fast draw, sprint to fire, ADS speed, better. You don't need to have this on, but personally, the XRK TR9 trigger just gives you aim stability and fire rate, which is a must to me if you're using a pistol. And then for the muzzle, the Slab 10 Cone, which is a horizontal recoil and vertical. Like I said, you can use a knife, which obviously will make you run like 10 times faster than what you would if you were a pistol or your gun out. So please keep that in mind as well when you're playing ranked play. Okay, moving on to the SMG class now, we have the Vaznev. This is actually quite an insane SMG, especially for close range. If you want to push, you want to be tactical, you want to kill the people that are on the site immediately. This is probably one of the best weapons, especially SMGs. Now there's multiple out there. You can use the MP7, which is still good. There's the MP5, the Lockman submachine gun, which is also right. The PDW, which is the PDSW, I think, in this game. That's also what I'm saying is SMGs in this game are good, but the one that I've been using that slaps and what pros use in obviously ranked player and in general actual tournaments is the Vaznev 9K submachine gun. And again, for this loadout, we've got the gun itself, we've got a knife because obviously I want to be in the site before the enemies do. It's just far better. Got a stun grenade. This time I've got a Semtex just so I can stick it. Then I've got dead silence on because I want to run into it. Obviously, same perks, double time, bomb squad, fast hand. That just depends on you. You might still put battle hardened on. Even if you want to, you can make your own perks. You can have scavenger. 50-50 on me. I would personally choose bomb squad though, or battle hardened if you're going to be the SMG class, because you're running into the place where grenades and flashbangs are going to be thrown in. Okay, now moving on to the actual attachments of the said Vaznev submachine gun. Let's start off with the muzzle. Now for the muzzle, you want the BRUEN pendulum muzzle. Gives you vertical and horizontal recoil scroll. This is just easier because the gun doesn't have like a lot of good recoil, but it's good just to not need to really worry about it. I don't really need to move my right analog stick that much for it anyway, but the fact that I don't even actually need to move it, I can just look and then turn. Don't need to go up and down with it. It's so much easier. Now with it underbarrel on the FSS SHARKFIN 90, this will just give you aim stability. That's it. There's not even a con to it. This is probably one of the best ones, especially if you're rushing. You don't want to get hit with a shot and you're like, you know, you're now looking at the opposite way where your nan's cooking bread for you, you know. We've come to the rear grip now. You want to use the TRUE-TAC grip. This grip will give you sprint to fire and ADS speed, but it will downgrade your recoil. But because of the aiming stability and barrel that you have on, muzzle, sorry, that shouldn't be an issue. You should still just be able to not worry about the recoil. I would still keep like your thumb there or your finger, depending on which type of technique you play. I'm a normal person. Sometimes I play a claw, sometimes I don't. It just depends the type of mood I'm in, if I actually want to properly, you know, go try hard. But yeah, TRUE-TAC grip is definitely one of the better grips to use. The other grips, they're alright, but personally, the TRUE-TAC grip has just been there for me every time when I've been using it. Moving on to the stock now, you have the RT. You have that stock. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is my second time making this video. Don't ask me why. So the approach to this is aim, walking speed, and sprint speed. Like I said, when you're rushing in, that's what you want. You want to be able to sprint and then shoot instantly, and you also want the aim, walking speed just in case you're trying to hold the corner, waiting for, let's say, your snipers to move in or your assault rifles if they have died. Just take away your aiming stability, so just bear that in mind. But hopefully with your other attachments, you should find this easier, like I do for me when I'm in the game. Okay, now these ones are going to be quite controversial because you don't really see them in ranked or pros, but they're there. People do use these classes. There's two types of variants. You can have the normal hard scope sniper class, you want to sit quite back, or if you want to, you know your ability, you're capable of running in, get hit in those quick scopes, you do what you want. These are two classes that will help you just play good, really and truthfully. Now, starting off with the hard scope, you want to sit back class, you have the MCPR. This is just the better sniper out of them. The attachments that I've got is, for the ammunition at least, is the .300 high velocity. Again, just gives you velocity. Be wary because it does take off damage for your range, so just keep that in mind. Magazine, you want to go ahead and put the 5-round mag on just so it's a lot more better for you. And, you know, movement speed as well, you need it. ADS speed, sometimes you might need it depending on sprint to fire. Speed as well is just good, and reload quickness is amazing. That is good. Just bear in mind that it does take off some ammo. That's why there's a lot more cons than there is. I mean, a lot more pros, sorry, than cons. Just bear that in mind. Now going on to the bolt, you want the CRONEN smooth bolt. It's just decent. You got rechamberling speed. That's probably one of the best things you could want if you want to sit back, you know. And the only issue is you can get a rechamber. Actually, I don't know how much this actually properly applies to COD, but I know in real life it just means that if you rechamber a bullet, it might come out slightly wonky, so it might not always go straight. I don't know if that's the same thing for COD, but it is in real life scenarios. Okay, so now with the second last attachment for the MCPR, for the rear grip, you want the CRONEN CHEETAH R grip. I don't know why I said the CRONEN CHEETAH R grip. That's my fault. I'm playing with Vogue too much. Sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. It's good. You just need it. Now with the stock on the FSS MERC stock, this will give you crouch speed, sprint speed, and ADS speed. Again, if you're sitting back, you might still need the time where you need the ADS quite quickly, which is why these attachments will come in handy for you. Now for the more faster class, where if you want to just run in, you want to kill people, you can use the difference between two snipers, the LAB or the SPRX, which I think that's what it's called. I don't have the SPRX because personally I prefer the LAB, it's just better for me. But the attachments I think are either the same or at least should be similar on each gun, just so you know. Obviously for the class it's just the same, that's why I kind of stopped mentioning it. For the attachments of the sniper rifle, again it's the high velocity mags, ammunition, sorry, for the bullet velocity, obviously. For the bolt you want the FFS STH7 bolt, which will just give you rechamberling speed, which again is another big thing, especially when you're rushing in. For the cone, you want the aim assist 406, gives you sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. Again, just some good attachments to have on a sniper rifle where you're rushing in all the time. Now for the stock, you want the ZLR T7 pad extension, which obviously again gives you crouch fire speed, movement speed, sorry, sprint speed and ADS speed. This is just, again, it's just good for you, really, truthfully. Now if you really want more ADS speed and stuff like that, but you don't really care about your range of the gun, by all means go into the optics and put an optic that works for you. The one that works for me here is the SC Bullseye optic. It's just a nice optic. You get a little small glint, but you see what I mean? It takes down accuracy and it does take off range. The only thing it gives you is aim walker movement and also ADS, so please bear in mind when you're adding in a scope. That's personal preference. I don't want it because of what it takes off the gun for me. And there we go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the best weapons really for ranked play in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022, technically 23, technically, but yeah, there you have it. If you have found this video helpful, please subscribe and drop a like on the video if you're there, because it shows me that you love this video and it's, you know, been helpful for you. And hey, if the weapons don't work for you or you don't find them nice, please let me know in the comments and I will try and make different classes with different weapons, with different attachments that are still good and you will still get kills and you still do quite decent on. So like I said, please, I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of this, so please, it'd be a massive favour if you could subscribe, and also don't forget to share me with a friend, because it would just be amazing if you guys could. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out and take care.